You know, back in the day, they used to say, keeping it 100. Well, that ain't good enough these days. Although this is part 100, and we're going to be keeping it 1 trillion, 50 billion, no, 500 billion. We're going to keep it 1 million, 1 trillion, 500 billion, 500 million people getting blessed this year for voting VINCHI in, for all 50 states winning. Have something coming up for you guys with that $1 trillion deal. If I forget it today, because there's a lot of exciting things, it'll be here tomorrow. But you may be wondering, why do you see the flag in my shades instead of wearing my cape? Because if you keep following the current administrations and the current people they have in there, like I've been explaining this stuff to the White House doctors for 100 times now, and they're still like, well, my double blind and my hip is out of place, just like that system and both of these. It says, look at one thing, and I've been telling you, here's your 5 fingers. Slap, shut the flock up. Y'all don't know. Retire. Write the new rules. We know how to do it. We just don't know how to write the new rules. We need y'all to do that. You guys get to be the writers as you retire. The women can sew since y'all like math so much. And you men can write while the women tell you what to write. Because that was your whole life. And you know what? It's time for that to die. Like die, dead, done. That's over. But this isn't about death and dying. Although what you have plotted and what I'm afraid that what the Christians have done to rise up and to be a good thing, right now it's in risk of looking bad. And I just want to tell my man, hey, this is why I'm a good person right here. Like, sir, the way this is going right now is that we have Fauci, seemingly a Jewish doctor, I would think. But I understand that America loves Israel very much and we're trying to kill those terrorists, and I get that. That's one thing. But to keep using this COVID as a way to go get those terrorists makes the Jewish people look like they're in cahoots with China and India, which is selling the pills to us Americans. So do you see how, like, us Americans that love Israel are sitting here going, wait a minute, this is about to look bad for you and President Trump and all of you guys. So it's just something to look at. At the same time, the family made a great choice last time, and I'm sure they're going to make a great choice this time by supporting me. But you guys made a great choice last time by putting a real lion into office, President Trump. I salute you, sir. And I appreciate you being, because the way you and I know that each other are pure geniuses is that one genius listens to what the other one does, and they do successfully. Everything I've asked for you to do so far, except for the legalization of cannabis, which don't let me forget. Okay. Speaking of, I've got a story to tell. Recently, I had an 18-year-old client come into my office, and his parents have been so mad at him. His mom had nicely asked him to leave the house. His dad has been trying to turkey breastfeed him, and we've been trying to figure out, what's wrong with him, because he loves cats that piss all over his stuff. But they're his only friends, seemed like. But they want his behavior to be better. So his mom and dad asked me to do some research, and they said this was the last thing they saw him with when before he started acting like, before he got COVID-19, before he started being a jerk, before he started being sick, he couldn't focus in school anymore, and he got this right here. And I had a few, I looked at it, tested it, and what this is, the Chinese and India have been sending herbal. They know that American people don't have enough money, so they selling drugs because we don't have enough money to live and enough of that bread. That's why the EAT system's going to fix this. But this right here is herbal flower, or CBD, maybe not even CBD, but we believe that it's through this that they're getting young America, because young America doesn't believe in the pill system. So right now, with cannabis not being legal, the high school kids and people are getting sold this stuff and hoping that this is one of the last attacks, major attacks from the devil on our kids here in America, is that, look, people like cannabis. And you know why? Because our bodies go and get it, and because it helps us flush things out. But this right here is fake. And I believe it's been hurting people, and they're spraying with it to make it sticky, so they're trying to get that sticky, icky effect, but it's fake. So I'm just gonna pour this in the dirt right here and show y'all that. But this is an example right here of what your life could be like when we don't have control over things being sent to us from overseas, infecting kids and hurting people, but we don't have the right medicines to help them out anyways. And we have a system with the double blind that tries to look at one thing when you need to look at 5 things at the same time. And we have a system, that double blind, that eliminates looking at everything to look at one thing. And that's what this does to everybody, is it puts them in this. This is what I've been calling the Jabez and Jezebel. But now we have to name it a new thing, because that's the Christian labels and the Bible labels, but not everybody is that, and we love you too. So for the culture, when you see somebody being that Jezebel, just that's this one. That's old Stinky Pinky. And that old Stinky Pinky out there of a person be like, oh, you acting like that old Stinky Pinky. Drink some water, drink some water, go for a run. Check your testosterone, some of these kind of things that don't make you act all Stinky Pinky. And then the other one's Thumb Butt. And Thumb Butt is the people that are like, well, only thing I can find happiness is in buffets. Thank goodness. Hopefully this Wuhan scared a few of y'all away from that Chinese buffet. You got to keep an eye on that. No, I'm just kidding. But if you want people to stop acting like this, you're gonna be Thumb Butt today? Oh, okay. Oh, you gonna be Stinky Piggy? Oh, Jabez, Jezebel, right? Huh? And those aren't too bad of things, but we got to be able to gently tease people out of it, rather than just being like, you suck, you're gonna die, you blah, 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 blah. So these are just friendly little things, because right now our government, as you know, President Trump's doing so good. He's looking good. He's taking my advice. I can tell. He's doing what I'm saying we should do, even personally, because look at the glow in him. Look at him. He's the stress is coming off. He's looking healthy. But unfortunately, it's a race to Vinci right now, America, because yesterday I asked Michelle, at the same time overnight, they did the polling, and it shows that I could win with Michelle. I could win with President Trump. I could win with Bernie. Like I said, I don't see Joe making it, because I think he needs to pull out. And that's no offense to you, Joe. I like you, man. I want your support. You can even give me your ticket if you want to. My first hope's that President Trump comes and gets me, but, I think America's saying bye-bye to that. And not to President Trump, but to the fact that we do need a younger leader. And so I don't want to disrespect any of them. What I really hope happens is that America, you support me, and we elect me. But, I want President Trump. I want him on my team. I want President Obama, President Clinton, Bill, and President George W. I want them as my advisors, because I like them all. I'm a real American. I'm a real American, and you like your presidents when you do. Now, you can tell them what's wrong. If they don't respond, you vote somebody else out. And right now, the current presidencies have ran us into a hole, but we've been real good about eliminating the enemies. So what we can do now is work on ourselves. So let's go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the 100 parts of the miracles that are on their way. Thank you for getting Team Champ to a healthier place, to a more focused place. Lord, thank you for allowing them to respond to strong leadership, to kind leadership, to funny leadership. They're good people, Lord. You've sent them, even if the devil recruited them. Even if they use the wrong tricks, but we're going to turn those tricks, because look, these people are real, and I believe in them. They've just been tricked the same way by the principalities and by the evil people who have done these things. But also those evil people, they've turned their ways too. I feel it, Lord. I feel it. Come on. Because we need everybody this time. This isn't about this person or that person, Lord. This is about America, leading the world, protecting Israel. We got to get the pills out of people, figure out whatever we got to do to take care of the profit money people holding that, Lord. Protect us on all that. This isn't about hurting anybody's profits or anything. It's just about us having a better future. I'm asking for young world governments to rise up all over the planet, Lord. I love you so much, and just thank you for all the people out there. I know they've been silenced by signature on the wrong thing, but Lord, set my people free. And to the people, I just pray that each and every one of them gets as much of the assets of the enemy as they can. for us to take this trip. And Lord, there is a place for everybody. You're right. There's a place for everybody, but we can't just stay in one constant of repetitive nonsense all the time. We need to follow the leader and implement the people and implore. And Lord, I just pray that this be not a war, but a good old-fashioned Jesus Christ and American family reunion. In Jesus Christ's mighty and powerful name, let's eat. Amen. Now that's a prayer. Did y'all hear him? Now that's a prayer, boy. He likes that. All right, well, let's see what's up. Somebody gave me a gift, and I want us to unwrap it together right here and see what it is. Right here. Oh, they wrapped it up in my cape. It must be a good thing. Ooh, it's lit too. It's supposed to be lit. It's lit. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what's inside of this. They got it wrapped good. I love gifts. I love gifts. If you love me, send me gifts. I love gifts. I like to give them to Saint Nika. All right, let's see what it is. They got my cape out and everything. It better be good. Oh, wow. Oh, AC/DC. AC/DC. Oh, wait. AD, the Communist Chinese. AD has been being ran by the Communist Chinese. Excuse me? Y'all tried to play me like that? Like it was AC/DC? Y'all tried to take an all-American great? Hold on. Y'all just hold tight, real tight. Let me show you what we're going to do about stuff like that. What we can do to these lying parts of history. Brian Hanna, SOD's already on point, already working on getting us some new history, true history. Now this is the kind of guitar that used to be used for real American heroes like Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Kid Rock, AC/DC, Metallica, Led Zeppelin. And there's no, there's acoustic, but there's no electric guitar. I'm like the electric guitar voice, the Gospeletti. Antonetti. So I keep seeing all these people like as if you can't be the American Idol or the Voice or whatever unless you play an instrument now. But have y'all ever met most of these artists in person? You'll realize then why the music is so soft and why we don't have any good heavy metal and all the good rap music. If they don't come through by number 102, Vinci's going to start doing hate rap, and he's coming after all of you that didn't listen after 102. So right now, I mean, do you guys want me to play you a song on this? Do you? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. Well, I mean, do you want songs from the past that the Communist Chinese, like the Peels from the AD, the Scorn and Shame, the ones that turned Jabez and Jezebel, that Jabez and Jezebel turn you into Thumb Butt and Stinky Pinky over there, and of personalities, that is. We're talking personalities like, oh, blah, 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 and everything's stinky, everything's stinky. And oh, everything sucks. It's the evilness. It's the evilness, and you don't have joy, faith, and love. All right. So do y'all want me to play this? Because what I'd rather do, America, I'd rather get this country opened, and I'd rather get rid of all these ways of the past, get rid of poverty, get rid of slavery, and get rid of all these clowns holding up the mission that can save people. What I would like to do is for all of young America to get behind me, all the Republicans, all the independents, all the Democrats, all of you, and take these systems that have your grandparents and our government about to die. And many of us, the kids will have this in them and all sorts of other things. So we either make a change now while our president has things locked up. And like I said, thanks for listening to me. I say yesterday, I end my video yesterday with end the shutdown. This morning it opens up 30 ways we're going to end the shutdown. Attaboy, President Trump. But as far as we know, just so America knows, no matter who comes against me or whether y'all just run with me, I can win with Will Smith. I can win with basically anybody. No, I don't want Ted Cruz on my ticket, although I am proud of him. But here's some things that I would like. I would like to be my friend Ben Van Hook, when people totally believes in me. I'd like for him to be the next governor of Georgia. And I would like for Josh Strait to be the next governor of North Carolina. Two of the people that believe in these things, two people that can really see talent, two people that can stand strong in the fire, and two people that will always be a part of my family reunion. But right now, we're going to have to take this old communist Chinese, show them a little something that we're going to do right here. And that's just like that. We can put the past in the trash. It wasn't much of a shattering. It was more like snapping the spinal cord in them. Y'all like that, right? But no, I'm not about all violence, but sometimes you have to end the past with a smash. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to end the past with a smash hit right here, which is actually a love song to you, America. All of you, America. This one goes out for love, patience, kindness, and all the good things that we want to do. And I just want to let you all know just how in love with you that I am. And what you mean to me, and that in these tough times, what I really want you to see, and what you should really see inside of yourself. They'd be like, thank goodness he's country. That country side of us, we got weird sense of humor. All right, here we go. I hope I sing this well because it means so much to me. It's coming from such a deep part of my heart, and I mean it so much, and it's one of the most beautiful songs of all time. So I'm a little bit nervous for once, but that usually means everything's going to be okay. So just roll with me on this, and I hope you enjoy it. There's people over here golfing, so I'm going to have to like hold it. Maybe the people in the bushes. All right. Hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me okay? I hope I do this good. I'm a little bit nervous right now. Let's go. What would I do without your smart mouth drawing me in and you kicking me out? Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I am out of my mind. But all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your love to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, pal. Even when I lose, Vinci's winning. 'Cause I give you all. I missed it. Let's try it again. And you give me all of you. I'm gonna do it different next time. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you cry and you're beautiful too. World is beating you down. Bitches around for every move. You're my downfall. You're my muse. My worst distraction. My rhythm and blues. can't stop singing, it's ringing my hand for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. I'm crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. I love your curves and all your edges, Africa. Your perfect imperfections, Russia. You're all to me. I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. E equals MC squared, alpha and omega. When I am losing, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. Better. You give me all of you, please. All of you. The cards on the table, we're both showing hearts. Risking it, although it's hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges. All your perfect imperfection. Bad boys and girls who are all to me. I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Then when I lose, I'm sweating. Give you all of me, and you give me all of you. I give you all of me. You give me all of you. Oh. Hey, see that mid-song change? Don't get nervous. Just keep being beautiful. Make a change. Make a change. We can all stay beautiful without hating each other. You can make a mistake. You can make a move. Because the Bible told me so. All right, the Revelations. Yes, I was hoping it'd open up to this. The introduction to the benediction. What a perfect one for number 100. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants things which must shortly take place. And he sent and signified it by his angel to his servant John, who bore witness to the word of God and to the testimony of Jesus Christ, to all things that he saw. Blessed is he who reads and those who hear the words of the prophecy and keep those things which are written in it, for the time is near. Greetings to the 7 churches. We're back. Don't. You know, they used to just keep it 100, 100% being ran by the Chinese and India up in our government and by Europe and all that, but not no more, homies. Motherfucker, make America fun and cool again. It's over, motherfucker. USA Revelation, USA. Revelation says, motherfucker, USA, motherfucker, USA. Hey. Yeah, we gonna have fun. I've bought the N-word, or I'm buying it. That isn't official, but we got Jesse Smollett. We got him as a trading block now, Dave Chappelle. So, you know, I know you was thinking big numbers, but we got Smollett now. I know. You're right, that should be it, but we'll still get y'all some money. I love the black America. Black and white comes together, there's nobody in the whole world that can stop us, period. Think about it. Russia, Africa, America, Europe. All right, we want to do things the right way. Want to get rid of these caste systems over in China and all that. We can't force them to change. That's their world. But they're forcing us to become like them. That's why we're shut down, because of that. We're out of toilet paper, fools. If y'all want the same people, if y'all just want to walk around with dirty diapers, like the dirty diaper Congress and Senate and executive branch we have, a bunch of dirty diapers in there. President Trump looks like he's had a good wipe because he's smiling and he's got a glow on his face and stuff. But it seems to be some discordant, I don't know if that's a word, some indifferences in the background. I'm seeing some things, and the other people up there, people are starting to, because I think President Trump's trying to fight for Americans, but then there's too many other people that even on the stage right now either have their own agendas that they're wanting his position or to go against him, or they have Fauci has to go through the pinned down medical system. If not, it would I mean, my God, nobody would ever listen to a doctor again if he goes against the double blind. But all this has come up for our reason, and what the devil meant for bad, we're going to take to the beach and have fun with, because I told President Trump, or asked him, to end the shutdown, and this morning he did. Attaboy, everybody cheer for him. It's lovely. And we're not going to kick him out, and not really trying to win an election. We're trying to buy it, and we're trying to get him and we want all guns on board. We need all guns on deck. This is the greatest opportunity reset of all time, and it's a R-E, union. We're not changing the union, we're reinventing it. We're re-examining it. All right. Greetings to the 7 churches. John, to the 7 churches which are in Asia. Oh my God. Grace to you and peace from him who is and who was and who is to come. And from the 7 spirits who are before his throne. And from Jesus Christ, the faithful witness, the firstborn of the dead. And the ruler, the firstborn of the dead. So he died and rose again, just like Easter just said. So the ruler over the kings of the earth. I made a mistake yesterday. I said the first king of the earth. That's not what I meant. I meant the first governmental king over the entire earth. Jesus Christ is the one, the only king. These are just terminologies that we can use. And I hope in my full prayer and full effort will be to be Emmanuel through that. And that doesn't mean I don't make mistakes, because I'm not Jesus, but I'm going to try to have him maximize my abilities as I try to maximize every person in America, Israel, and around the world's abilities. To him who loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood, and has made us kings and priests to his God and Father. To him be the glory and the dominion forever and ever. Amen. JCUSA. But what did he tell us to do? 1, 2, 3. God, Jesus, go love each other and make money and multiply. Take care of each other. Run a business right. Take care of everybody. Eat. Behold, he is coming with clouds, and every eye will see him, even they who pierced him. Like, I have this scar on my side right here. It looks, oh yeah, y'all want to see? Well, I'll show you my tattoos in a minute. It's okay to have a tattoo. Everybody chill out. They're war markings. And I made good decisions in it, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Behold, he is coming with the clouds. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, says the Lord. I just said that, and flip it open, and right here it is. Who is and was and who is to come, the Almighty. Vision of the Son of Man. I, John, both you, your brother and companion in this tribulation and kingdom and patience of Jesus Christ, was on the island that is called Patmos for the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a loud voice as a trumpet saying, Trump, Pence. Trump, Pence. The world could possibly end due to revelations because of Trump and Pence, the Trump Pence, when they sound like the 7th or 8th time it's done. So Pence got to go. I love you, buddy. You've done a great job. Thank you for being there. But he's got to go, because this book says the world could end. We're not ready for that. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a loud voice as a trumpet saying, I am the Alpha and the Omega, and the first and the last. What you see, write in a book and send it to the 7 churches, the book of 100, which are in Asia, to Ephesus, to Smyrna, to Pergamos, Thyatira, Sardis, to Philadelphia. Come on, Philly. And Laodicea. Then I turned to see the voice that spoke to me, and having turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands. And in the midst of the 7 golden lampstands, one like the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his feet, and girded about the chest with a golden band. Chest with a golden band. His head and hair were like wool, were white like wool, as white. Sorry. Oh, his head and hair were white like wool, as white as the snow, and his eyes like a flame of fire. His feet were like fine brass, as if refined in a furnace, and his voice has the sound of many waters. He had in his right hand 7 stars. Out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword. And his countenance was like the sun shining in its strength. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead. But he laid his right hand on me, saying to me, Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am he who lives and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And I have the keys of Hades and death. Write the things which you have seen, and the things which you are, and the things which will take place after this. The mystery of the 7 stars which you saw in my right hand, and the 7 golden lampstands. The 7 stars are the angels, and the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands which you saw are the 7 churches. And then it goes into the loveless church, but that's not where we're at. If y'all don't like the Bible by now, you're crazy. I thought this 100 was going to be about singing, dancing, and of course God's behind it. But he told me, just go do your thing. It wasn't like, hey, pay me attention. No, he's like, go do your thing, and we'll grab. You'll know when to grab the Bible. And then I thought, the getting rid of the AD, get some men out there that sing and dance and lead, and whatever having people that can sing and dance. Why they always got to, my instrument is my voice. It's like an electric guitar, a saxophone. It's got some acoustic. It's got treble. It's got bass. Bass. Hey, dance too much. Vinci in my pants. Dance too much. Vinci in my pants. That's funny. So anyways, this book just always dominates, no matter what the message is. I always know that kids and people from all over the place. So let's see, where am I at? 31 minutes already. Holy cow, let's get out of this. Let's go have fun. So what do we got to do? All right, so here's what we need. I would like, depending on the VP pick and who wins the race to Vinci, I'm willing to help America any way I can. Pretty sure that the team approach and everybody being on board. Oh yeah, the $3 trillion. So I'm gonna offer the executive branch $3 trillion or $1 trillion, the Congress $1 trillion, and the Senate $1 trillion to totally remove everybody from in there that's there now. And us have elections over commission-based stuff, and for them to hire the next possible people and to train us, and for them to stabilize the U.S. UN, so they will almost be transferred to handling all the money that they were giving away overseas anyways. And us Americans are going to come in. Hopefully a ton of athletes will go get in this new run. We're going to ask President Trump to wipe things so more people can get in this right now. But the $1 trillion deal, what I'm asking President Trump is to show the people, since we're going to show you so much love, you and I are going to be on Stone Mountain. Maybe all 5 of us, me, you, Bill, Barack, and George. As long as he don't shoot nobody. No, Claire. Can't wait to talk to you. All right. No, Claire. So this $1 trillion deal, what I'd like the executive branch to do is to take $500 billion of that and make billionaires in each of the states all around the country. However that spreads out, but I want some billionaires. But then I want those billionaires to take half of that, take some 500 million, and make at least 500 millionaires right there. So in $1 trillion deal to the president, he keeps half, and he can make, hold on, I don't know, I'll do my math right. Let's see here. So 500 million divided by 50. He can make, wait. This is bad math. If we divided 500 million divided by 50 states, that's 10 million people that's a lot of freaking people getting a lot of freaking money right there. That's 10. I don't even know if I did my math right there, but double check it. But here anyways, one move like that can set off an entire go get to work. And what happens is everybody likes this vote system anyway. So we'll just start, who wants to be a billionaire in all 50 states? Who wants to be a millionaire in all 50 states? And we'll divide it up to where Each and every state gets their youngest, most promising entrepreneurs set up and ready to go. We're going to take the money that we save on Medicare and Medicaid. I'm sorry, I'm sure I did bad math there, but it's part 100. I'm tired. All right, so what we're going to do here. Also, I missaid, I'm wanting to buy back the N word, and some people are going to think that's ridiculous, but yesterday I said it N-I-C-K-A. I think it would be better N-I-C-C-A, which stands for Nigerian or Nigerian Identifying Cross-Carrying American. So that way people who we got to get rid of the whole black and white so that everybody's just equal. So if you identify as that, which is what some of these identification things are, then that way everybody can say it. Because if you love your people and we're supposed to love each other all the way around this world, then shouldn't we take words and make words of the English language? If you've ever noticed, it's called spelling. Thank you, SOD, for this, which is a spell, and it's putting it in motion. So a lot of these things, like the mental health labels and like words from our past that society created. So now every time a child is born on this planet and we still have that word that means that, it's just like the devil gets to go bop, bop, millions. If you're a colored person, you're always walking around feeling like people don't like you because of that word. And if you're a white person, you're always running around wondering if they hate you because of that word. And it doesn't even matter what's in their hearts or in their head or what even mistakes might even come out your mouth. But that's how that's going on. Another thing is they started thinking that art and music aren't good in school. That's crazy. Or that home ed isn't good in school. I hope all the mamas are teaching people how to cook. I hope everybody's learning how to cook again. Because we got to get these things settled. And for the young people in young America, they can't stop us. They can't stop us. Bernie, whatever we got to do, call me, because you had the right plan, it's just the wrong math. And if we can clean up your math, you're like a Trump with me. And so I don't even care if we make a Power 5 team. If we had me, Trump and Michelle, Bernie, and y'all pick the other Republican y'all want over there. And we'll have an independent running it all. We'll have 2 VPs right here, right? Whoever decides this, Trump's going to put one of his boys, maybe Barron or something in here. And then we'll have Michelle or whoever ends up here. Hopefully it'll be Michelle. But then we'll have Bernie here. We'll have Barron, probably Barron here. And then we'll probably have, let's see, who else over there? I'd like the young Drake kid if he can be a part of this. Or young Franklin kid. And that just came from my heart. So I don't know if your boy's ready. That's great. But if not, then actually, nah. If he'll support me, I'll support him. Because I always do. He needs to be our 5th man right here. Let him learn from his daddy. But you put these 5 people together, myself, Michelle Obama, President or Barron with Trump over him, because Trump's going to get balled out because too many people mad at him right now. America can't go forward unified if it's like that. Because as I always say, our only enemy, America, is the absence of unity. Why can't we win all 50 states together? Why can't we all? You know, wouldn't it be fun to go from going, to going, O-E-A-G-L-E-S, motherfucker, USA, motherfucker, USA, motherfucker, USA. I mean, we're ready for this. I want to thank the task force for taking out the enemies in the tunnels underground and for all the enemies that are under there. I want to thank for all the people that have done what they've done, the Space Force, everybody else. It sounds like things are coming. Looks like we're all headed in the right path. We do not need to take the past to the future, but what we need to do is unify. There's never been any other greater time. Now, one thing I want to bring up is we can't have extremists on the far end running the world. Whether it be extremist communism running through Mitch McConnell from China, whether it be hierarchy stuff through Elizabeth Warren. But I would like Elizabeth Warren to say thank you for calming down. And I would like you to actually lead and help me set up a task force for plans to help unwind the unfair feministic anger that's been upon American women. So I respect you, and I know you're a smart lady, but you were raised and poisoned by the exact same stuff. So I love you, girl. Join us. Don't ruin us. We need young women to know a new way. It's not just the men that are in trouble here. You're all responsible. The greatest female entry into the Congress and to the Senate, and we've had investigation after investigation after investigation failed. I think it took $750 million to defend the president, which divide that up amongst millionaires. Let's make some Americans millionaires instead of, if that's where the women are right now, just wanting to run around and argue about everything and lock each other up, and that's not productive. When I talk to the younger ladies, my age and younger, but especially the younger ones, 20s, 30s, they're very level-headed, and they've seen all this, and like they were raised by the mothers that were, y'all's age, and awesome, amazing people, but at the same time, y'all came from a different generation. And for us to change these principalities, you can help run England or whatever it is you're trying to get the money for over there. But I need your help, Elizabeth. I need you to be a positive and not a negative, and not even, I don't need you going after the opponent. I'll beat them with intelligence. We ain't got to beat them with a whip. So thank you for that. But in China, they have their low people. Over here, we have the N-word is how we get locked down. So when the other worlds want to get mad at, split America up, they create a racist thing. They'll create racist headlines. They'll create racist this. And it stems this gene that still stays in this locked up system, which I had an interesting client last year that came in. Is around 62, 63 years old, I think. Former military, former police officer from down in Georgia. It was a couple years ago out down in Atlanta, and did some brain maps. And over the years, I started looking at different police officers and military and football guys and PTSD and all these different kind of things I had. And what I saw in this whole thing about the Jabez and Jezebel, and the reason, one, I love the African-American people, and I hate the suffering, and I hate walking around on my tiptoes. We're as nervous around y'all as y'all are us, so let's stop it. And there are ways to stop it, and we're going to. What's up, man? How you doing? Thank you. Just got a thumbs up. So what we are doing is we're bringing America together at a family reunion. So what do we need for family reunions? Pastor Franklin just sent me that. At family reunions, we need food, good food. You ain't gonna bring McDonald's to a family reunion, President Trump. If you'll apologize for one thing in your life, please apologize for feeding our best athletes fast food after they won championships. To everybody that treated that way or didn't want to go to the White House, when I'm in there, I want you to all come back, and we're going to take a whole week and celebrate everybody's stuff. We're gonna party like a 19 night, because we're gonna make them stay in charge for like a few weeks so we can have some fun when we win this. So that's what we're gonna do. So what we're going to do is we're going to use technology for our advantage. Everything that the enemy has used in the past, we're going to pull it together. For the people that were stealing money and all the people that had to rob elections, all this stuff, we want to know their secrets. So we want to turn our enemies into our friends. And to the drunks out there, which I've been drunk plenty of times, you don't wear a cape in a parking lot with big gold shades and be this badass of an American if you haven't drank a few beers and a little liquor and stuff, and actually, been pretty drunk before. But to the drunks out there, clean it up. All you got, part of it's drinking one beer, one water, a whole water. Why not? It's that easy. Beer, water. Cut your problems in a third to a half. All right? But for you guys, now, we're going to need you in this election. We're going to need you. And what the drunks are good for is rallying to party, and then on Monday morning, y'all are great at smashing the enemy. So we need the drunks to be loud and proud, but we don't need you guys cutting down other people, okay? We don't need you looking at their sins, because you're all a bunch of drunk perverts too, just like the rest of us. We're all here from God. We're all on the same team, and just because you're drunk and sassy doesn't mean homeboy down the street ain't trying his best too, or homegirl inside your own house or whatever. Y'all got to clean that up a little bit. Learn to manage it, because it's not maybe while you're having the drinks, but it's for weeks after that. And I'm talking to you, and it's right. And I ain't mad at you. I love you. But we need you guys, because you guys are a blast. And here at Champland this summer with Miley Cyrus and I, Hannah Montana, hosting So You Think You Can Island Dance. We're gonna need you drunks, and but we need you in control, because there's often kids here and stuff like that, and so we don't want this great thing that's going to happen that God's called down, and that now that we've got the enemy running, and hopefully you pirates are going to get them right now, because we're getting it back. We're getting it all back, America. That's what this is all about. We're bringing it back. All the stuff that's been stolen, all of our dreams have been stolen, all of our health has been stolen. Come to find out there, and I want the news to know this. The president's done a really good job of what he's had to do, task force and everybody, but make no freaking mistake. It wasn't the government, it wasn't the medical system, it was not the FDA, it wasn't the WHO, because who gives a fuck? And since I bought that, who gives a fuck about the WHO, Nancy Pelosi? Nobody gives a fuck about the WHO. Who, what? I'll go help Africa, but we're going to do it a better way. I don't want to kill the Africans. I don't want to kill all these other people that we're sending this money to with these pills that you're trying to save up. What are you, Mitch in cahoots over there? What are you, India and he's China? It's time to switch, y'all. Retire. Thank you for your service. Goodbye. Whew, oh my gosh, where'd that come from? Heaven. Because I didn't have that planned. It just came right out, didn't it? But young men and women everywhere. One by one we go. One by one we go. We got to know what our systems are about. There's a lot of people, and President Trump, and listen out there, there's a lot of people getting bored. And when you're bored and you're getting lonely and the systems are falling, that we need faith, hope, and love, and art, music, fun, and work, art, music, fun. When those things are falling, people are going to things like LSD and acid right now. And they're going to mass uses of mushrooms. I mean, people are eating like, they're having a microdose to stay alive so that the mushrooms wash out the toxins. So that all these invisible enemies that we have are being pushed out. But, sir, we need to rise up America in a healthy way right now. There are young people who are going to go to college this year. But right now, they're doing some online stuff, but they don't have their social life anymore. I had a young girl call me a few weeks ago and asked how I felt about her doing LSD. And I said, look, I can't tell you what to do. And she said, look, my creativity is smashed. I don't have anything to live for, really. She's like, I'm not suicidal, but I don't feel any love. I can never create it. And this is what the second generation of the birth controls and the SSRI kids and the pain pill kids are coming out, and they're empty on these things. But have no fear. Your next president, Dr. Reverend, the marvelous, amazing, brilliant, Jesus Christ, love, and Holy Spirit talking. Pretty fly for a white guy. Vinci is here. CHAMPvinchi is here. Christ says, "On my power." Planet Champ is here. And so, Jesus, the King of the world. Well, I'm going to be the second king, the first king of the government after my 8 years in office. We're going to get America set up for the capitalistic situation. So far, America's been chained up, and we've been chained almost like enemies against each other, whites and blacks, and then the Chinese and the Indians are flooding into our country, and we're keeping the Hispanics out to love us. So we need whites, blacks, Hispanics to come with us, and we need the Indian and Chinese. We're not wanting to be mean to y'all, but we need to show that we want to see signs that you all are with us. So we're inviting you to be part of MAGA Motherfucker USA. Okay? We're inviting you to come. And that's what I need from you drunks. Treat everybody with respect. It's the up and the up. The only way y'all get to throw down and be jerked somebody is somebody's running somebody else down. And still treat them with respect and make sure the camp. I'm just kidding. Laser beam. Remember, we can fights differently these days. Been some strong prophecies in this. And so I think that since all the men went and got their testosterone checked, and now they're not going to have to be so drunk all the time and insecure and having to run their mouths like a bunch of yapping little girls, while the girls are out here hearing the message and experiencing the love, but yet they get home and their man didn't have, what it was really taking for them to do what they needed to do. And then the women didn't have women, you got to get your estrogen checked. Your testosterone could be off too, and all sorts of things. Every system that bounces back and forth is rude. Kind of like the AD people. Don't be rude. All right, here we go. So all the men, and this is something that women might roll their eyes at, but the men, this should be your alarm clock every morning. And women, just a way to romance it a little bit is when your man this comes on his alarm clock and he sings or dances or whatever it is for you, admire him. Have a little special moment when this goes off every morning. But American men, it's time to stand up. It's time to unite. You don't want to grow up and end up running down toilet paper and, sharting your diapers and, trying to prevent 2 million people from dying while internally killing 17 million. And every breath that we've taken, that they haven't handled this right and didn't have the things in plan, not because they're bad people, but because their brains don't have the capacity to handle it in the way that prevented us from going into this crisis. We must hush the fuss. So men, it's okay to be proud of yourselves. Actually, to have the right levels of testosterone makes you confident and calm. And it actually gives you the patience, because the way this works is when testosterone falls in men, they have to act angry and they have to spout off and they have to do this. But women, when you talk down to men and you're not always like, you're a badass, you're awesome, look at you, boo boo. That makes us want to go be more of that, because we're like, we'll be like, oh my God, you girls are like it, and y'all are like, you're a king, and we're like, doing, and we're like, let me send you, let me go make money for you, and I'll take y'all on a date, baby. All right, so I'm asking for your hand, people, but for the men and ladies, fall back in love with this. Oh, yeah, I promised to show my tattoos. This is a picture of my mama, Champ. Christ has all my power, and she taught me to be a fighter for all the right reasons, for white, black, men, women, everybody. But she also taught me that bullshit's bullshit, and sometimes and she don't want me to be a roaring giant like I am sometimes, but she also knows that her boy got all it takes, because that's my mama and I love her. And so I just want to let you guys know that she let me be a man growing up, and what she didn't want me to do is fall into the waste. So here, having returned from the prodigal trip, because I was tired of the way that society, I used to think it was my family. It's not. But they've got to alter their brains as well, just like you and your families do too. This isn't about a difference between my family and I. These things are all over the place. Men and women are getting divorces because the estrogen's off in women and the testosterone's off in men. All over the place. We're having little kids, all this school food, feeding them a bunch of junk, and it's actually changed in any kind of hormones in their systems at an early age. And the boys aren't getting to be rowdy enough, and you're killing their, I guess, testosterone. I guess that everybody has it at kids' age. I don't know kids' health that much, but we're killing their hormones to the place to where the boys are getting rambunctious and angry, and they're not getting patted on the back, and we've been feminizing them too much. And so the corona's dropping fertility rates, all this stuff. So we have to know what's going on in our fuels, just like in a car. And so when we do, let's go back to cheering for each other, because together we can have heaven forever. All right. Hope you guys have enjoyed number 100. I sure have. Ladies, you know American men we bad dudes. Y'all cheer us on. And everybody know this. And when I leave, you can tell everybody. And you can tell everybody. You go ahead and tell everybody. Champ's a man, champ's a man, champ's a man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I believe every lie that I've ever told, paid for every heart that I ever stole. I played my cards and I didn't fold. Well, it ain't that hard when you got sold. Somewhere I heard that life is a test. I went through the worst, but I still did my best. God made my mold different from the rest. Then he broke that mold, so I know I'm blessed. Stand up now and face the sun, or hide my tail and turn and run. It's time to do what must be done. Be a king when kingdom comes. You can tell everybody, go ahead and tell everybody. Vinci's man, he's a man, he's a man. Yes, tell everybody. Tell them, ladies. You can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. Well, I'm the man. Now, all the men, sing it for yourself. Act like a man. So to your question, I'll be the teacher, America be the lesson. I'll be the quick relief for all your shit. I'll be the quick relief to all your stressing. Well, there's a thin line between love and hate. Is you really real or is you really fake? I'm a soldier standing on my feet, no surrender. Be real. It's my world. Stand up now and face the sun. Oh, how much kill and turn and run. It's time to do what must be done. Be kings when kingdom comes. You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, we are. Everybody. And you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. America mean or a badass. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're the baddest in the world. Let's see. America, it's time for men to stand up. You've been acting like a bunch of women, like a bunch of sissies. Do some push-ups. Let's go. Get your testosterone checked. It will mess up your brain. It'll mess up your heart. And you won't be here for your kids' future. And they matter. It's time to rise up, this family reunion. Uncle Champ Vinci's back, motherfuckers. Y'all better be making America fun and cool again. Or we coming for you, because at 102, I'm going to hate rap, and I'm going to talk about you. Y'all want to be on part of Vinci's hate rap? Do you? I don't think so. Because we're all about faith, hope, love, and unity. This is our opportunity. In each and every one of us. You can be the man, and you can be the woman. This isn't just for, you can sing, I'm the woman, whatever you got to do, America. But we are coming together, all things. Anybody who's not about unity, they're a thumb butt or a stinky pinky, and we can't have that, because that's a whole bunch of grossness. Because here we are, this summer, the sun's out, president's over to the country, the world's going to start spinning again. We got our money back. We're going to put in the EAT system. We're going to put in new education systems. We're going to put everything. Technology is where we need to go. People need to be getting their doctorates in high school. We need to understand the human body so much more. But look, I can sing, I can dance, and a whole lot more. But I can't do anything without a family reunion and without the people coming together. One nation, under God, for this world. All people, everywhere. With liberty, with life, liberty, love, and the pursuit of financial freedom. It's time to change, why not? It's part 100, and as always, I love you, world. I love you, world. Captain America's here. With this man in my foxhole, this book in my hand, President Trump, the Obamas, the Bushes, the Clintons, but more importantly, you, America. These are all superstars. I'm just the shepherd in the field, but I've come to slay all the giants. Jesus told us to do more, not to do less. If your parents won't get on board, turn your music up, be rowdy, and sing and dance. You know, no need to get mad at them. Just be the happiest people you can ever be in front of them until they're so annoyed that they'll do whatever you need to do. Because if they're not careful, you know, y'all know what they'll get. It's already happening. If they don't give Vinci the mic, your parents and your grandparents, the ones that
don't want it, hand it over to us. Little young millennials, they took our trophies away. Well, we say, don't give me my trophy back. We love you, but we're going to work. And y'all can sit at home and be thumb button, stinky peeky, and all messed up all you want, because you better put on that mask because you shorted yourself, because you're not healthy and you're falling apart and your organs aren't working right. And you don't know. Y'all don't know. But what we do know is Vinci loves you. Vinci has plans that can fix all of this. But I need you guys. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I love you. God bless you. God bless USA. God bless Israel. And God bless this world.